Hi once again, everybody, and welcome to another one of our Houston Alumni Association interviews. I'm Tom Franklin, and pleased to be joined today by the new chair of the Board of Regents here at the University of Houston. That's Carroll Robertson Ray. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to be the chair this year.
What does it mean to you to be the chair of the Board of Regents, given your family's history with this university?
Well, it's a particular point of pride for me and feels like part of my family tradition. Of course, my grandfather helped the university in its initial founding and creating its first buildings here on this site. My father helped it become a state institution and helped it become an NCAA football and athletics program. My sister's even been on the Board of Regents, so to follow in that tradition makes me really feel proud of the university, and I just feel like I'm fulfilling a point of family pride.
So before you became chair of the Board of Regents, who was Carroll Robertson Ray?
Well, I'm a native Houstonian, went to Lamar High School, then I did go off to college, but I did come back and get my law degree here, so I'm a proud UH grad myself.
And when you're not practicing law and when you're not chairing the Board of Regents, what do you like to do?
Well, I love my family. I'm married to a great guy, Hugh Ray, and I have 2 great children. And they're grown now, so I don't have any at-home kids. But I love to get together with family and friends and celebrate. I also love to travel, and I'm a big animal person. I love nature and the wild, so I'll go up to the mountains or wherever and hike or ride horses. And because I have a son who loves it, I've learned how to even fly fish, although I can't say I'm really good at it, but I love to get out there.
So you're more like me, where the best fish is one that's cooked and ready to eat on your plate?
No, I don't mind getting out there. I just have a little, it's the casting.
I see.
Casting that's a little challenging. But I also have taken up golf, because my husband loves golf, so I love to just participate and be with friends and go out and enjoy life with groups.
So being a participant or being involved in those groups, what's it meant to you to see the influx in support for our football team here this 2010 season?
Oh God, walking in those first 2 games and even this third one after we'd had our little hiccup in California, to see the fans come out and see this reawakened love and enthusiasm for UH athletics. You know, I'm sitting here thinking, this is what we should have been doing all along. We're so lucky to have Mac Rhodes and Kevin Sumlin and all of our new coaches. I'm looking forward to basketball and all the other programs coming up too. But we're just really fortunate to have such a new day, a reawakening new day at the University of Houston right now. Football
at Robertson Stadium now is a whole lot different than football in the Astrodome used to be, right?
Absolutely, and when they start doing Cougs House, I almost sort of choke up.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the Board of Regents. What is the Board of Regents and what do you do?
Well, the Board of Regents is a 9-member board appointed by the governor. And so there's 3 appointed every other year. So there's sort of a rotating membership on the board. And we serve both as an ambassador to the university from the community, but also an ambassador to the community from the university. And at the very highest level, the chancellor, president, brings their decisions to us, and we are the highest governance board. So we serve for the governor as his representatives from the state in making policy decisions for the board. So we do have some governance. And we are regents of the whole system. So there are our 4 universities, right, including our premier university here, the University of Houston, but there's also the University of Houston downtown, the University of Houston Clear Lake, and the University of Houston Victoria.
So it gets around. So in addition to the 38,000 students that are enrolled here on the main campus, we're up to like 64,000, I think, this year system-wide. Is that correct?
65.
65.
65 this year, and over 38,000 students at the University of Houston. And we awarded, I think over 7,000 degrees last year at the University of Houston. So it's been amazing.
So does the Board of Regents have an agenda, or do you just kind of oversee?
We have we have a direction. You know, we have sort of some goals
Right.
that we set in our. We have a retreat each year. Sort of kicks off. It's in the summer, right after the school year's over, and we sit down with the top administration and we set goals. So this year, our goal is to continue that pace towards Tier 1. As many people know, I hope no one doesn't. I hope there is no one in the UH community
who
that
hasn't
doesn't
heard this yet. Yes.
that the University of Houston is on the track to become the next Tier 1 university for the state of Texas, and the state desperately needs them. So this is something that we can do for the whole state, and for Houston definitely. Having a nationally recognized research university in the city of Houston can mean so much for the economy of Houston, as well as for the overall quality of life for our citizens. That we have Rice, and that's a wonderful institution, but it's small, it's private. This is a public institution with, as you pointed out, 38,000 students, has a huge impact. So for it to continue its track on up to Tier 1 will mean so much, both for us and for the city, but even for the state.
And it makes an immediate connection because it is the University of Houston. So when you say that, you immediately think of the city.
It does. It increases the reputation and stature of the city throughout the country.
So in case people don't know this Tier 1 kind of thing a little bit, give a synopsis. Why is becoming a Tier 1 university important?
Well, a Tier 1 university, and of course that is the state's that's how the state terms it. And nationally, it's called a nationally recognized research university.
Okay.
But for purposes of Texas, we call it Tier 1, which is good by me, and that's shorter. But in any case, so a Tier 1 university creates jobs. It creates a highly educated workforce. It creates opportunities for its population to achieve goals that can lead them into the highest levels of work and career. And it attracts people to come to Houston who are the highest level students. And as statistics show, wherever someone graduates from, they're more likely to stay and settle there. So it helps Houston grow in terms of attracting great people to come live with us, and we're always an open, welcoming community. But it also creates opportunities for those of us here. And of course, you know, most of our students come from the surrounding counties, Harris, Fort Bend, Montgomery. All of those counties are the ones where most of our students come from. So they have opportunities to be taught at the highest level, to do research, and to go on and create that dream for themselves, their future career. And build a great one here at the University of Houston.
Now, our Chancellor and President, Dr. Couture, has been a great driving force behind this. How good has she been for this effort to get the university to Tier 1?
Well, she's been invaluable. I mean, we didn't even realize how much we needed it or even how close we were. You know, she came here, sat down, and she pulled out her PowerPoint and started showing us how important it is to make Tier 1 for not only for Houston but for the state, and the fact that California has 9 nationally recognized research universities and New York has 7, and that Texas altogether only has 3, and only one, the small private one, Rice, is actually in Houston, Houston is the largest city in Texas, so it needs a public university of a nationally recognized status to achieve its desire and its vision to be a great metropolitan center needs a Tier 1 public institution. So she showed us that, but then she showed us you're already so much closer than you think, and she made us believe in ourselves. And she goes out there and she says, you are the pride, and she points out how capable we are. So she inspires us to see that we can do it. And then she shows us what needs to be done. And she's gone to the legislature, she's gone to the public, and she's come to us as the alumni of the university and encouraged us all to believe in the University of Houston.
To that end, and you mentioned a little bit earlier that you act as the Board of Regents acts as an ambassador. What kind of reception do you get when you tell people you're from the University of Houston? How do they receive you?
Well, I must say it's getting more and more spectacular. I mean, people have always respected the University of Houston and what it does for the community. But I would say that we were a great secret here in the community. We were actually better known for the quality of our programs outside of Houston. So now, as we've been taking the time to make our programs known, people now, when you say University of Houston, they say, oh yeah, that's that place that has the Superconductivity Center, or wow, your football team's doing great, or what about the Mitchell Center for Arts? Wow, y'all are doing some great things at the Moores Opera House. Or your law center. Wow, I heard your law center's number 3 in the nation in health law.
Howard College of Business, number 1 for entrepreneurship.
And that was going to be my big finale.
I'm sorry, I stole your thunder.
You did. I mean, that was the big announcement.
Didn't want to leave that one out.
No, that you have to say that about the Bauer School, because it's talk about something that's just been on a rocket trajectory. Everyone over there is so dedicated, and they're developing so many great programs at Bauer.
So being here in the Alumni Association, one of the things that I really need to stress, and I try to get people to stress, is how the alumni factors into the big picture. Tell the people out there how, if you went to the University of Houston, how you can help support us and get to this Tier 1 status.
Okay. Now I'm going to talk to y'all guys directly. Every one of you are important to the University of Houston in its Tier 1 goal. Your participation at the university, your giving and support, is one of the criteria that all of the ranking institutions use to decide who should be considered a top-tier university. So give back both of your time, give support, give us some money. But those pieces will help us attain Tier 1 status. And I challenge all of y'all to come out and see what's already happening. Under President Couture's leadership, we have 2.5 million square feet of new fantastic facilities erupting out of the ground, creating new opportunities for our students. Come out here and see what's going on. Come see the new Cougar Village. Come to Fresh Food and have a meal in our new state-of-the-art dining facility where all of the food is made fresh. Come to the Mitchell Opera House and see one of our great performances. And keep coming to the games.
So it's very easy, as you see from our Chair of the Board of Regents, Carroll Robertson Ray, how you can help support the University of Houston. An easy way for you to do so is to join the Alumni Association if you're not a member. We have a wide variety of memberships available for you. All you have to do is check it out on the website, www.houstonalumni.com, to find out whether you're a recent grad, a longtime grad, faculty or staff. We have membership plans available for you, a wide variety of price ranges that will fit your budget. Just check it out online, and if you're already a member, maybe you want to upgrade to life membership and get the added benefits that go with that as well. So check out the Houston Alumni Association website. It's brand new, www.houstonalumni.com. That'll get you connected to your Alumni Association. Last year, we were able to hand out $180,000 worth of scholarships to deserving students, but we can do more with your help. www.houstonalumni.com. For Carroll Robertson Ray, I'm Tom Franklin. Thanks for joining us this time on the Houston Alumni Association Interviews.